We are honored to speak to Blestina Charles, who uses her powerful voice to sing gospel and worship music. Join us in welcoming Blestina, singer-songwriter, to the set of Good Morning SKN. Hey, Blestina, good morning again, and welcome to Good Morning SKN. It's our pleasure.
Good morning. Thank you so much for having me. It's my pleasure as well.
You are certainly welcome. I'm going to dive right into it. So we asked you to sing a note before we started, and my God, I was blessed. I felt it. So what role did your church play in your early life?
Oh, it played a significant role because I was very shy, and I remember significantly the first time that I started singing, I was about 10, and it was a Christmas concert. I was singing Rocking Around the Christmas Tree, and I was doing hand actions and everything. And they asked me to come back up, and I think that really boosted my confidence. And from then on, I started singing for different concerts, different groups in the church, and that really boosted me and built me as a singer.
Lovely.
All right, so walk us through that process of your growth from being a young child knowing that you can sing. Because a lot of people who grow up in church, it's just second nature. You grow up in church, you're singing those songs. Before you know it, you get out into an environment where there are non-singers and they go, wow, you can sing. Let's put you up into the spotlight. Was that similar for you? Walk us through that process.
Yeah, sure, no problem. So initially, I did not know I could sing. From growing up, I would always be singing and they would be telling me, "That's hush your mouth." And so, but from being in church, I started being around people who could sing, and I'm grateful for my church because they acknowledged that I could sing and they put me in different spaces and environments that would hone my singing ability. So that was amazing, and that built my confidence to be able to sing for different concerts outside of the church, different settings that, you know, I probably wouldn't normally sing in, but it really built my confidence to do that.
Good stuff. So what went into developing your singing technique? Did you listen to various artists, or were you just blessed with it?
Yes, definitely. I think it was a gift, of course, but from listening to different artists, for example, my father gave me a Yolanda Adams CD when I was about maybe 7 or 8, and I would listen to that CD every day, and I would write out the lyrics to all the songs, and I think that was really instrumental in my growth because I find that I really love soulful music. I know that she's one of my main influences, and that's why I think I really love soulful music.
All right, so she's one of your main influences. What
Yes,
about
please.
other influences?
Sure, no problem. I love Jermaine Edwards as well, and I think that's why I like reggae music as well. So I think my voice is really soulful in nature, but I have a deep appreciation for reggae and those types of music. So those influences played an integral role in my development as a singer as well.
Well, I have to tell our viewers, your voice is actually very soulful because before we began, I asked Blestina for a preview. You're going to get it. That was your song, by the way, which we're going to get to your original composition. Congratulations again for that.
Thank you.
Really great voice, Blestina.
Thank you very much.
Oh my gosh, goosebump voice. So inspiring, loving, leading through music. Tell us more about this mission statement of yours.
Sure. So I wanted my mission statement to reflect who I am as a person. So the inspiring element speaks to really reaching out to individuals and touching individuals and showing them that, you know, you might go through different situations, but, you know, life is full of inspiration. We are still here for you to encourage you. And what I've noticed is that persons connect to, for example, persons' valley moment experiences. So you explaining something where an experience that you went down or you felt low in spirit, persons connect and resonate with those experiences. So we aim to basically translate that into the music and be transparent and authentic in the music that we create so that persons can see that, you know, I have been there too. I have experienced my own share of valley moment experiences as it relates to leading. It's not common that persons would have music and mental health incorporated in a business or a brand. That's how we want to lead in that space. And as it relates to loving, I find myself as a very empathetic person. So I want that to be a part of our mission statement and encompass all of that.
That's good. And you mentioned you inspire. When you feel low, how do you manage to inspire yourself?
Well, I try to stay connected to God and read the word and so forth. I love listening to music. Music really builds my spirit, so I'm really particular about listening to music when I feel low. And I speak to different persons who I know can encourage me as well, because that's really important. The persons that you listen to in those valley experiences really have a profound effect on you as a person and your ability to recover.
All right, let's talk a little bit more about the inspiring in your theme, inspiring, loving, and leading through music. Obviously, when we're talking about Valley experiences, it's not one of those places that's like, oh, everybody wants to go there. It's great. It's not going to be one of those feel-good type of things. So how do you capture that in your writing and in your ministry?
Okay, I think I really try to be raw and honest in the way that I write. So I think my best songs, some of which have not yet been released, have come from the moments that I felt the worst. So when I feel really strongly or I have a painful experience, I try to write and let that be translated in the music so that it's an authentic piece. So if I feel a strong emotion, if I'm going through something, if something significant has happened, I try to write so that the music is authentic throughout that process.
And I'm going to pick your brain just a little bit longer. When it comes to that moment, when you are writing something that's raw and that's honest, which one of your songs can you tell us about that has that experience with it?
Well, it's an unreleased song, but a song that I wrote, Trust, I wrote it in 2014, and that was a rough period for me. And the first line said, today is a day I feel like you're so far from me, like feeling like God is so far from you. But I know that in the midst of my trial and situation, that someday you're going to make me smile, that my pain is not in vain, and something like that. And I shied away from writing music like that because I felt like I was being too vulnerable, but I realized that persons relate with that more. So I'm trying to tap into that more.
So how do you feel when somebody walks up to you and say, you inspire me through your music? Because I did not expect you, Blestina, to be going through something like that.
It really warms my heart because I know in these spaces, for example, in the Caribbean, that persons don't necessarily talk about mental health or talk about their struggles or talk about those things. So it really warms my heart to know that people feel open enough to have that conversation with me. It makes me feel like I've accomplished my mission statement, to know that I'm inspiring people in the process.
But I do have to tell you, you're very brave, because being vulnerable in a public space is not easy at all. Did you have to learn to become comfortable with that? And are you comfortable with that? Or are you still learning to be comfortable with that?
I think I'm still learning, but I'm a lot better at this point, because initially I shied away from it a lot. But I have learned that the reward is greater than the pain, the reward of seeing people, feel like they're healed or feel comfortable in their own skin. That is far greater than me feeling ashamed of an experience. So I'm very open to that.
Very engaging conversation, by the way, opening up about vulnerability and your experiences and touching people, inspiring people. Now we're going to talk about your debut single, For You, released in 2017.
Sure.
What
no
inspired
problem.
it?
Well, actually, I got the beat from Steven Richards. He just sent me a random beat, and I wrote the song in 2015, I think. I was on the PA in Nevis coming down to sing it, so I was waiting for the boat, and I just happened to listen to the beat and write the song from there. Initially, it was strange for me writing a groovy soca piece, because persons know me to do worship and different things like that. But I was grateful for the opportunity, because it stretched me as a writer, stretched me as a singer-songwriter, so that really launched me at that point.
Nice. So let me ask it this way, do you write all your songs, or do you have co-writers on your songs?
I have written all of my songs so far, but I am very open to collaborating with other people. I have somebody in mind who helps me. I bounce ideas from him. So it's not that he has, physically written with me as yet, but he gives me ideas. That's my friend, Leandre. Shout out to you, Leandre. Yes.
All right. So other than Trust, which you mentioned before, is there a song that has been very challenging for you to pen?
Yes. Most of my songs have been challenging, because I would start them and take forever to complete them. But Trust was a hard one, I think, because in the moment I was going through it at that point in time. Other than that, I have other songs. For example, there's another one, I Will Rise, that I have not yet released as yet. But most of those songs, because of the nature of the songs and because they speak about struggle, they have been challenging to pen, challenging to release. But I think I'm at the point where I'm ready to release them.
Oh, we are eager.
Yes.
Thank you.
So we have a clip of this song Come. So let's take a listen.
The harvest harvest is plenty, the laborers are few. The road may be rocky, but his promise is true. Hold on to him and he'll see you through. When everybody runs away, Jehovah comes to save the day. He will see you through. Oh, I said the road may be rocky, but his promise is true. Hold on to him and he'll see you through. When everybody runs away, Jehovah comes to save the day. He will change your life. Oh, come into lost places. Come, the Father is waiting. Come, people are hurting. The harvest is plenty. The laborers are few.
Father is waiting. So many people are hurting. The harvest is plenty. The laborers are few. Come, come, oh come.
Ooh, come indeed.
The mark of a great singer. I don't care how many times you listen to an album. The mark of a great singer is what you feel when you hear them live.
And
Blestina,
I had the bumps to prove.
anointed.
Thank you. Thank you.
So why release it in 2020?
In 2020? Well, I wrote it in 2019 for a Congress. We had a Congress in Antigua, and every time we have a Congress, there's a theme. And for some reason, I could never find a song that accurately captures the essence of the theme, so I end up writing my songs. So I wrote the song in 2019. The Congress went well. The theme was Come, carrying one message to everyone, everywhere. I wrote the song, then I started school and got a bit delayed, but I felt really impressed to, release the song. So in the heat of school in 2020, I released the song in March, and from then on, I've been singing it and really been toying with the idea of the song and getting engaged with the song and so forth. So that's how it started.
The words, one of the words that I heard was hurting. And I know in 2020, a lot of us hurt because a lot of us lost our jobs, the world stopped, we had nowhere to go. So I think that must have been the universe and God working right there to release that song in 2020 to give us some form of relief in the form of music. So thank you so much. And thank you to the divine.
No problem. Yes. That was God indeed, because I actually wrote it in 2019, not knowing that there would be Corona and the pandemic, everything in 2020. So, yes.
Yeah. Divine.
You are the founder of Blestina Music.
Yes, please.
The one and only Blestina. So, Blestina Music. What can you tell us about that and the services that you provide?
Sure, no problem. So, Blestina Music is sort of a hybrid ministry and business where we marry our passion for music as well as our passion for mental health, and we package it in the form of a ministry/business. So in Blestina Music, we offer jingle services where we create jingles, we write the lyrics for persons, we ensure that the jingle accurately captures the essence of your brand. So for example, if you're in a beauty brand, we want to write lyrics that capture that, have a sound that captures that with 3-part harmonies and music that would sell your brand and give it visibility. We also have live performances, live solo performances. For example, if I sing at a wedding or a funeral or something like that, there's also the live performance package. For example, if you have an event and you want me to perform a live set for 15 to 20 minutes, we're trying to work on, for example, like a music therapy for me to incorporate my background in psychology and merge it with my singing. I'm working on that as well.
Oh, great things. Blestina.
And on that note, if someone wanted to contact you for a wedding or funeral or any other event, can you look into that camera and give your information?
Sure, no problem. So you can contact me at 765-8982. You can also go on my website, officialblestinamusic.com. You can contact me directly on Instagram at officialblestinamusic. And you can also email me at bookingblestina@gmail.com.